Hi everyone, this is Shiny, Emmanuel Arisa, College of Pharmacy. In this presentation, I am going to discuss about blood. Blood is a liquid connective tissue and it has a various function among the body. Here we go the introduction part. It is a liquid connective tissue and it is a fluid of life, fluid of growth and fluid of health. In the fluid of life, it carries oxygen from lungs to all parts of the body and carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the lungs. In the fluid of growth, it carries nutritive substances from the digestive system and hormones from endocrine gland to all the tissues. In the health, it protects body against diseases and get rid of unwanted substances by transporting them into excretory organs like kidney. Physical characteristics of blood is it is thicker than water and it carries 8% of total body weight. Blood volume for male is 5 to 6 liters and female is 4 to 5 liters. The pH of blood is 7.35 to 7.45. The functions of blood are respiratory function, nutritive function, excretory function, protective function, regulatory function and regulating the body temperature. In the respiratory function, it transports oxygen from lungs to tissue and transport carbon dioxide from tissues to lungs. In the nutritive function, it transports nutrition from gut to tissues. In the excretory function, it transports waste from the tissues to kidney like urea, uric acid. In the protective function, the blood has white blood cells, antibodies and antitoxin. It protects the body against foreign particles, pathogens. Regulatory function, it regulates body temperature, pH and it has a coolant properties of water, vasodilation and regulate water content of cells by interaction with dissolved ions and proteins. It regulates the body temperature by thermal conductivity method. The composition of blood. Suspension of cells in the plasma carries fluids which is 45% of blood cells and 55% of plasma. Blood cells are RBC, WBC and platelets. The total body weight, blood contains 8% and other fluids and tissues make 92%. In the whole blood, 55% is blood plasma and 45% is formed elements. In the blood plasma, 7% is proteins, 91.5% is water and 1.5% is other solids. Proteins like albumin, globulin, fibrinogen and others. And the other solids like electrolytes, nutrients, gases, regulatory substances, vitamins and waste products. In the formed elements, there are WBC, RBC and platelets. Next, blood plasma. It is straw colored clear fluid. It contains 90% of water and 7% of plasma proteins and 2% of other substances. Plasma proteins are albumin, immunoglobulin and fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is for clotting, immunoglobulins for antibodies to bind to foreign substances and albumin for maintaining the osmotic pressure. The other nutrients is other substances like nutrients, electrolytes, gases, hormones and waste products. Functions of plasma protein. Plasma proteins have various functions such as coagulation of blood, defense mechanism of blood, transport mechanism, maintenance of osmotic pressure in blood, acid-base balance, provides viscosity of blood, provides suspension stability of RBC, reserve proteins. In the coagulation of blood, fibrinogen plasma protein involves and the defense mechanism, the immunoglobulins involves and the transport mechanism, globulins and albumins are involved. Next, formed elements of blood, that's RBC, WBC and platelets. WBC is divided into granular leukocytes and agranular leukocytes. In the granular leukocytes, it divided into neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. In the agranular leukocytes, lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes, it is T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. Next, functions of RBC. It transport oxygen from lungs to tissue, that is and converted into oxyhemoglobin. Transport carbon dioxide from tissues to lungs and converted into carboxyhemoglobin. Hemoglobin acts as a buffer and regulates the hydrogen ion concentration. Carries the blood group antigen and RH factor. Functions of neutrophils. It is a first line defense against microorganism, powerful and effective killer machine. It contains the enzymes like protease, elastase and maltase. It secretes platelet aggregation factor and accelerate the aggregation of platelet during injury to the blood vessels. And functions of eosinophil. It secretes lethal substances at the time of exposure to the foreign substances like eosinophil peroxidase, eosinophil cationic protein, eosinophil derived neurotoxin and major basic proteins. Functions of basophils. Basophil granules release some important substances like histamine, heparin, hyaluronic acid and protease. Histamine is involved in the acute hypersensitivity reaction and increase the capillary permeability. Heparin prevents intravascular blood clotting. Hyaluronic acid necessary for deposition of ground substances in basement membrane. Protease exaggerate inflammation. The functions of platelets: blood clotting, defense mechanism, homeostasis, repair and rupture of blood vessel. And the functions of blood includes gas transport and pH maintenance. The gas transport, continuous interchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen between lungs and tissue. pH maintenance, oxygen release help to maintain pH in the tissues. Thank you.